Hi, welcome to Chard Review. The movie begins at a glam and very pink bedroom. Paget gets up in the morning, removes her dentures, and starts getting ready for the day by putting on her makeup. She then gets back into bed, turns on a ring light on her nightstand, and grabs her phone to start a live stream, acting like she woke up like this. Paget gets up and pretends to be living a picture. She sets her phone on the dresser and does an early morning Q&A session, gives beauty tips and along the way promotes various beauty products as well. After that, she is finally ready to leave for school, but when she exited her stylish pink room, she steps out into a narrow corridor of an average-looking house. She greets her mom, who is a nurse. Her mom tells her about her night shift and then asks her if she knows how a bill got paid. Paget replies that she had seen the bill on the counter and decided to deal with it. She also happily opens up her mail-in, which she has received a check for $3,000. We then get to see that her influencer career and brand endorsements get her all this money. She pretends to live in an upscale house by going to a fancy apartment building and letting your friends pick her up. From there, her two best friends, Alden and Quinn, arrive in a convertible and they all talk and gossip. In the next scene we see the edgy guy Cameron, who goes to the same school as Paget. He is driving to the said school with his younger sister who, like everyone else in the movie, has a cool modern name. Cameron makes fun of Bryn for listening to pop music, calling it lame and not real music. At school, we get to see Paget's influencer and aspiring hip-hop artist boyfriend Jordan Van Dranen making a video. We also jump to Cameron, who is sitting with his only friend in school, Nisha, who is another misfit like him. They talk, and when Brian passes through, Cameron does his best to embarrass her by making the most uncool joke about laxatives, thus fulfilling his big brother duties. In the next scene, Paget is planning on surprising her boyfriend with some homemade croquembouche. As her friends start a live stream for her, she tells her followers what he's going to do and steps into Jordan's trailer, but inside she finds her boyfriend making out with one of his backup dancers. The girl has the audacity to introduce herself to Paget and shake her hand as Paget takes it all in. Paget finally throws a fit, starting to throw the croquembouche at Jordan and streaming. All this is Alden, who makes no move to put away the phone. We see various people all over the school and otherwise watch it all go down. Meanwhile, Paget is screaming at how Jordan had told her to stay away from the set and how she had made the croquembouche, the almond flour, so he wouldn't fart on his video. She yells at him that they're over, and that is when Paget's friends finally get her attention, telling her that she is still alive. Paget stares horrified at the camera as we get to see her tears, smudged mascara and snot. She then smacks the phone away from Aldi's hands. The next day, Paget is still in bed, not planning on going to school. Her mom comes in with some cereal she liked when she was a kid and tells her the breakups are hard, but it'll get better. Paget replies that it is not just the breakup. With the fact that she was humiliated in front of all of her followers, Quinn calls her up to check on her and comfort her. Paget says that at least the whole world saw what a jerk Jordan really is, to which Crane doesn't really respond, saying that Paget must not have looked online yet. Paget does exactly that and sees how the whole internet has made a meme out of her calling her bubble girl as there had been a giant snot bubble on her nose during the stream. Paget is horrified and humiliated. She also then gets a call from Jessica Miles Torres, the CEO of Bunny Venom, the company that sponsors Paget. Jessica tells her that Paget is going viral in the wrong way. Paget tries to defend herself, and Jessica says that she understands, but mucus is not on brand for their company. Paget is supposed to be the makeover girl, not a meme, and pulls her sponsorship. Paget begs her not to do it, saying that she just needs a chance to redeem herself, but Jessica says that she is sure Paget can redeem herself. But until then, Paget shouldn't talk to her. Meanwhile, at school, Quinn and Alden are discussing the incident, with Alden saying that Paget had it coming. Quinn is shocked to hear that, asking her if she means that Paget deserved it. Alden says no, but after a 4.0 GPA, a hot boyfriend and corporate sponsor streaks, something had to give Paget, then deciding to show up. After all, People continue to make fun of her while Jordan is getting more attention and followers. Pageant and her friends remember the time when Jordan had been named Jordan Dickman and was overweight and had bad hair. Says she doesn't mean to sound conceited, but makeovers are her thing, and she made Jordan into what he is today, and then asked her why she doesn't make another Jordan. Just then there is an announcement about prom king and queen, and Pageant gets an idea. She is going to make over an unpopular guy and make him prom king. It'll prove to her that she still has the talent and also piss off Jordan. Alden bets her that she won't be able to do it, and the three of them go off to find the perfect guy to make over. Naturally, they come across Cameron. The guy is taking a picture of a trash can, saying that he finds it deep that there is an uneaten orange next to a textbook. When looks him up online and only finds a single tweet of his from 2 years ago which says no. He's weird, arrogant, and antisocial. Plus he's bullied by Jordan, making him the perfect candidate. After school, Pageant approaches the guy and tries to get him to talk, but Cameron is not interested in having a conversation with her and is also super weirded out that she is talking to him. Pageant tries to hire him for the Cali High car wash, which is also a fundraiser. He asked what the fundraiser is for, and she replies that it's for the prom. He tells her that he is sad before walking away. However, Cameron's sister Bryn is a huge fan of Paget's, and she jumps at the opportunity to talk to her, apologizing for her brother's behavior. When Paget asks what Cameron likes, she tells Paget how Cameron is interested in movies, music, photography, and, weirdly, horses. He also works every morning before school at Will Rogers Park. The next day, Paget turns up at Will Rogers Park for a horse riding lesson. Cameron is surprised to see her there and tells her that he doesn't have time for a lesson as he has to shovel horse dung. Paget decides to help him so that he can be free for a lesson. Not knowing what to say, Cameron lets her afterwards while trying to get Paget up on a horse. The two of them fall. Paget lands on some horse dung. Cameron bursts out laughing. Paget retaliates by throwing some dung at him too, and the two of them laugh later on to show her thanks for the lesson. Paget approaches Cameron and invites the poor guy to a karaoke party. Cameron, obviously, is not interested in going, but is eventually convinced by Nisha, who is interested to see what goes on at these parties and for all the free food. Once there, Cameron and Nisha stick out like a sore thumb. Paget takes her turn singing karaoke and is doing well when Jordan arrives at the party with the girl he had cheated on her with. This makes Paget freeze, even though she's been seeing him at school nearly every day since then. However, Cameron, who has been watching Paget sing and appreciating how good she is, sees her stop and jumps in to sing so that she won't get further embarrassed. Later on, Cameron also gives Paget a ride home on his truck, and Paget purposefully leaves behind a purse so that she will have an excuse to drop by. Later on, back at his house, Bryn badgers Cameron with questions about him and Paget, which he denies. Before Paget leaves for Cameron's house, she gets a call from Jessica. This time, Jessica comments on the duet video and asks who the guy is. Paget tells her that he is her next makeover project and she is going to make him more popular than Jordan. Jessica tells her that if she succeeds, she will have the sponsorship back. She shows him the video of the two of them singing, which makes him cough up with horror. Just then, Paget calls Bryn, telling her that she left something in Cameron's car and if she can come around to pick it up. Cameron tries to make Brian say no, but Brian invites her over. After Paget arrives, she asks Cameron if they can go for another riding lesson, and he hesitantly agrees. During the horse riding lesson, Cameron and Paget hit it off well. Going further, Paget talks about how she was looking forward to leaving high school like him, but now ever since she lost her sponsorship, she doesn't know what to do with herself. Cameron agrees. That sucks and says how he is looking forward to traveling the world and just taking pictures. He also teases her for taking pictures of herself constantly for her followers, to which she retorts that at least she doesn't take dozens of pictures that no one will ever see, even offers to take her to show what he does. They end up in an old but functional train station where Cameron does photography. Paget has never been to this sort of place, but she is fascinated. As they sit down to have some coffee, Paget asks him why he lives with his grandmother. He tells her that his father chose to live in Sweden after their mother had died in a crash. We also find out that the camera Cameron uses was his mother's. After that, Paget shares how her parents are divorced and how hard her mother works as a nurse. Afterwards, she invites him to her friend Alden's birthday party, which is going to be Great Gatsby themed. Cameron laughs, commenting on how those parties represented the shallowness of the upper class, to which Paget replies that is sort of the appeal. Cameron, however, agrees, asking if he can bring some people along. And Paget tells them, of course. In the next scene, Paget takes Cameron, Nisha, and Bryn shopping for the party. There is a fun montage about it, and afterwards Paget gives Cameron a shave and a haircut. When Cameron finally steps out of his room, Nisha and Brian are left in awe. Paget is streaming his makeover look and begins to realize how good Cameron looks and begins to develop a crush. They all go to Aldi's party where her friends are shocked to see Cameron. Alden comments on Paget's makeover skills, but we can definitely see that Alden was hoping Paget would fail. We also see that Quinn and Nisha hit it off and flirt a little. Jordan is also attending the party and crosses paths with Paget. He tries to get back with her, but is turned down by Paget, who's seen his true colors and is no longer interested in him. After she leaves, Jordan's eye falls on Bryn and he tries to score with the girl. After Brian turns him down too, he tries to force himself onto her and she runs off. Bryn finds her brother out in the crowd and tells him what has just happened. Cameron gets pissed off and confronts Jordan about it. Jordan gets ready to fight Cameron, taking off his shirt to intimidate Cameron. Cameron, however, keeps his cool and dodges Jordan's punches. He makes one move on Jordan and flips him over. Jordan, pride hurt, takes revenge on Cameron by throwing away his precious camera in the swimming pool. Cameron jumps after it and later on leaves the party. Paget runs after him to stop him and Cameron asks her why she is suddenly so interested in him. Paget feels bad for her initial reasons for going after him, but finds that she has started to grow, attracted towards him in the process. That night Paget is sitting in her room, removing her makeup when she starts a live stream, talking about how she's always talking about how you look and your attitude, but it is more important to see who you surround yourself with before she can continue. She is distracted by a text from Jessica, who tells her that she saw the viral videos from Aldi's party and that she'll be calling her soon. The next day at school, Cameron finds himself the center of attention as the video of the fight between him and Jordan has gone viral. Cameron is initially put off by the idea that this has made him a contender for prom king, but is soon into the idea as that would mean. Passing off Jordan, Paget runs into Jordan and Alden at school, who are now a couple. Alden reveals her true colors to Paget, declaring opposing Paget as prom queen. Paget realizes that Alden has been sabotaging her since the breakup. She hadn't hit pause on the stream and made Paget humiliate herself in front of her followers. Alden also reveals that she and Quinn know about how Paget is poor and says that her secret is safe with her until she wishes. As Paget and Quinn talk later on, Cameron arrives and apologizes after school. He shows her the dark room where he keeps his photographs and the two of them kiss. When Brian finds out that Paget kissed Cameron, she advises him to ask her to prom in an attempt to ensure Paget's loss. Alden exposes the bet she made with Paget, which makes Cameron, who now believes that Paget only loved. So what did you think of this movie? Leave it in the comments below, and if you like the video, please like and subscribe for more movie review. Thank you for watching.